This is Grant, and I'm going to show you today the beginning steps for crate training a puppy without fuss. So step one is to keep the door of the crate open when you're nearby and drop some treats into the back of the crate randomly throughout the day. And the puppy will just start to go in and eat the treats, and when he's done, he'll come back out. So this is starting to build a positive association for the puppy that good things happen in the crate, and it's a good place to go into and to be in. Grant's already had a little bit of training here, so he's more reluctant to come out of the crate than many puppies will, because he knows that things fly from the ceiling and he gets really yummy things when he's in the crate. So you just basically leave some things in the crate, walk away, and during the day your puppy or dog should end up going into the crate, checking it out, and coming back out. So once you've built some association with the crate, you're going to start luring the dog into the crate and feeding him at the back. So you've got a nice piece of yummy sausage or something in your hand, you lure him in and drop the treat at the back of the crate, and then let him come out on his own. So most dogs, when they're first starting, will come out pretty quickly. Do not treat him or lure him back out, okay? You're just going to wait, let him come out on his own. What you doing, puppy? Yeah. And when he comes out, go back in, lure him in, and feed him at the back of the crate. That's step two. I've taken the bedding out of the crate to start out with, partly so that the dog begins to hear the sound of the treat on the floor, and partly because I'm not interested in building time in the crate right now. We're working on going in and going out. Okay, so once the puppy's comfortably doing that, you can move on to step three. This time I'm going to lure the dog into the crate, and I'm going to continue the flow of treats about 1 second apart as long as he stays in the crate, and I'll let him come out on his own. Okay, so we'll lure him back in, and once he's in, I'm going to just stand here, and I'm going to continue to drop treats into the crate, about 1 second intervals. If your dog's had a negative experience in the crate, he may pop right back out. That's okay. Okay, we're not closing him in yet. We're not making this a bad place. And you just continue to drop treats near the back of the crate as long as he stays in. Okay? And then he can come out whenever he wants to. You can see he's sitting down in the crate actually, because he's expecting more treats to come. But he'll eventually come back out. Okay, this time I'm going to hand signal him in without a treat in my hand. Okay? And I'm going to start feeding him just like I did before, about 1 second apart in the back of the crate. You can vary the position a little bit if you want. Okay. And when he's ready, he'll come back out. Okay. Now we're going to start building a little tiny bit of duration between the treats. So this time when he comes out, I'm going to hand signal him back in. Don't re-signal him. Just wait for him to go in. He will eventually go in. Good. And now I'm going to increase the time lag between the treats to about 2 seconds. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now I would just keep this up until Grant chooses to leave on his own, but for the sake of this video, so it doesn't get too long, I'm going to stop feeding him. He'll probably come back out. Come here. So step 6, I'm going to hand signal the dog into the crate, move the door half closed, feed the dog, and let him exit. This is the first step where we're starting to close the dog in. So I'm going to close the door halfway. I'm going to feed the dog. And I'm going to open the door and let him come out. Hi. Again, we're going to hand signal him in. Close the door halfway. Feed him. And let him come back out. And you just repeat this. Okay? Hand signal him in. Close the door halfway. Feed him. And you repeat this until the dog's very comfortable with it. Okay? All right, step 7 of the plan, we're going to hand signal the dog into the crate, close the door, feed him, open the door, and let him exit. Oh boy. Closing the door, feeding him, and I'm opening the door and letting him exit. Good boy. Good boy, Grant. Good boy. It's a good boy. Try that again. Hand signal him in. Close the door. Feed him. Open the door and let him exit. Good stuff happens in there, doesn't it? Good boy. Here you go. Want to do it again? Close the door. Feed him. And let him exit. Okay. Step 8. We're going to do the same thing. Hand signal the dog into the crate. Close the door for 2 seconds. Feed him and let him exit. Close the door. 1, 2. I'm going to feed him. And I'm going to let him exit. Hand signal him in. Close the door. 1, 2. And let him exit. Step 9. We're going to close the door for 3 seconds. Same procedure. Here you go. Again, only signal him once. He will go in. Close the door. 1, 2, 3. Feed him. Let him exit. Boy. Hi, Pumpkin. Here we go. Steps 9 through 11 are exactly the same thing. We're going to hand signal the dog into the crate. We're going to close the door, and we're going to go up to 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and 10 seconds. You don't do this all at once on one training session, okay? You do this, break it down over several days. So we're going to Hand signal the dog in. Close the door. We're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Give him a treat. Open the door and let him come out. The next step, we work up to 5 seconds. Hand signal him in. Boy. Close the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good boy. And then we open the door and let him out. Step 11, we're going to go up to 10 seconds. Okay? Just wait him out. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good boy. Make sure you're using a really high value treat here, and don't move away from the crate. You need to stay close to the crate right now. Okay, for step 12, you're going to make the crate very, very comfy with nice soft bedding, okay? And you're going to give him a stuffed Kong or a special chew object once he's entered the crate, okay? You're going to close the door and you're going to sit next to the crate while you read or watch TV for about 10 minutes, dropping the treats in every 20 to 30 seconds. So I've got a nice, comfy, soft bed here to go in the crate. Okay, so step 12 again, we're going to hand signal the puppy into the crate. Okay. Close the door. I'm going to give him a really high value chew object, which is some kind of pig something here. Okay, I'm going to close the door. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And I'm going to stay right next to the crate. And I'm going to feed him a high value treat about every 20 or 30 seconds. Grant's not totally comfortable here. He's not chewing the object. Okay. But he's sitting. He's fairly comfortable. He's not really ready for step 13. Okay. I would like him a little bit more comfortable and relaxed, maybe laying down and chewing. But step 13, you can get up and you can start moving around the room, coming back periodically, and giving him a treat. You can also start to leave the room for a second and come back in and give him a treat. So you're building tolerance for you not being right next to the crate on step 13. Step 14, you're actually going to keep him in the crate for about 30 minutes, and you're going to drop the frequency of feeding him to every 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Step 15, you're going to increase the duration to an hour and feed him less frequently. Step 16, you're going to repeat again, but now you can go up to 2 hours, feeding him even less frequently, about every 5 to 10 minutes. Step 17, you can leave the dog in a crate with a stuffed Kong or other special chew object while you go about your normal activities around the house for 30 minutes. And then you repeat the steps, building to 1 hour and 2 hours. Okay. If at any time the dog panics, you need to let him out, and then don't let him out while he's making a fuss. Wait till he finishes or quiets, and then let him out, and then drop back a step or two and rebuild. Okay, so your end behavior, your terminal behavior here is that your puppy or dog stays in the crate for up to 2 hours, calm and relaxed, while you leave the house. This will help prevent separation anxiety. Your puppy gets used to being left alone in a safe place. Prevents your house from being chewed up and redecorated by a bored or anxious puppy. Prevents house soiling mistakes. And just all around, it's a great skill for your dog to have, to be able to park your dog, travel with your dog, put your dog away when there's annoying children or grandma who doesn't really want the dog around. To be able to have your dog calm and relaxed in a crate is a really, really great thing. So, good luck with this. You can check our site for the training plan in full, and have fun training your puppy.